Every single one of you has something that you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer. And you have a responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide.
I am a strong advocate for children. I am an honest, direct, transparent leader. I am a leader of leaders. I believe in growing leaders who are going to be able to take the charge further as it relates to ensuring that we provide the best environment for children. Over the last 11 years, I have slowly and systemically built my own team. I always tell people that, working in 144 is never a hostage situation. There are sometimes when you may be asked to leave the bus.
So my journey to District 144 was not by happenstance. Dr. Kamako Patterson was a principal in District 152 and a half, where I served as a speech and language pathologist. And so I was her speech and language pathologist within her junior high school. And so we established a relationship, a very deep relationship as it related to our professional stance on education and servicing students and our advocacy for students with special needs.
God helps those who help themselves, and superintendent has a motto, don't ever have to get ready, be ready. So, of course, I've had to make sure that I had licensures and right amount of education and being serious about my craft and maintaining some fire in my belly for why I came into this profession to begin with, which was to act on behalf of Black and brown children.
Previously, I was in Chicago Public Schools, and I didn't know much about 144. However, after interviewing with the administrative team, I knew this was somewhere that I wanted to be. It's a very intense administrative team at District 144. Our superintendent, Dr. Patterson, ensures that all of her administrators are prepared to lead her mission and vision prior to being hired. When I came in, I had all of these big visions and plans. And Dr. Patterson, Ms. Veazey, they gave me all of the tools necessary to implement those plans.
Prairie Hills 144 has always been on the cutting edge of technology. Since I started in 2003, we have dedicated our time, our monies to ensuring that our students have the best.
We take an idea, we have thoughts as it relates to what we need to do to manifest what the state has basically said students should be able to know and be able to regurgitate and do to be productive or to be successful. And so therefore we have to look at the end of how do we accomplish that? So what materials do we need? What programs do we need? What do we need teachers to do? What kind of teachers do we need? What do we need the business office to be able to do as it relates to helping us to finance that? How do we look at it as it relates to buildings and grounds? How does it relate to what the buildings look like that our kids have to come into? So we take our data from every department, and then we come up with how that manifests itself into the curricular and the instructional piece of our product, which is our students and our parents.
I've been in other districts and there were a lack of resources, just basic resources like textbooks, not even talking about the technology. And so here, our district administrator is doing an excellent job of acquiring grants, so our students do have the same access that those students in those more affluent districts have. So if there's a shadow, which means it's less what? Light. So could there be a light sensor there as well? Could be. The STEM program is a part of the Fine Arts Department here at Prairie Hills Junior High School. It is sort of an applied engineering course. So I teach students how engineers create solutions to problems.
And of course it says we want to use a small truck, but I like the word that it says, the smallest truck that has stability. So of course we can make this really tiny, cute truck, but if it doesn't do what we need it to do, because it still needs to do what?
Have a ladder.
Make it as one for the ladder because these two have to be 2 inches. So the stairs are going to go in between. So now I'm just taping it.
IMSA inspires teamwork.
Oh, it's an eye.
Like,
Interesting.
and there's and working together. And some of my best friends I have met just at like the second meeting of IMSA.
So it's been like, it's teaching us a lot. So a lot about fires, a lot about firefighters. It's been teaching us a lot about math and science.
Engineering.
Yeah.
Really love the school district because they like to get involved. If they notice that you're feeling down or anything, they'll ask you about it, which that's really helped. And the teachers here, they really like their job, and they're good at it.
One whole with one left over, and you added it up. That's awesome.
I have been blessed beyond measure to work for a group of women who are solely focused on what's best for children, period. So their conversation is always about that. And it has just been refreshing. It's been refreshing when I interact with various superintendents throughout the state. And their board's intent is not the same as mine. And so one of the reasons, or really the primary reason why Prairie Hills continues to excel, and we continue to grow and we continue to introduce new activities and new programming is because my board is 100% supportive, as I am as a superintendent.
She's very active, she's exciting, she's has a lot of vigor about her, and that excitement translates down to the administrators, which goes to the teachers, which goes to the support staff. So it's a trickle-down scenario, and we're very happy to see that it works well for us. We have high expectations for the students and the staff and ourselves so that we can produce the better product by having rigor in the curriculum, and the children just work better. We don't have as many discipline problems as we've had in the past, because we try to reach children where they are so they can develop at their own pace.
In School District 144, it seems like they found the right balance. And I'm not saying that they get along all the time, not that they don't disagree, but I think there's a respect that they have for one another in terms of the folks that are on the elected school board that represent the community in that way and what they bring to the conversation. And also Dr. Patterson as an education professional and having gone to school to get to this point, there's that respect in terms of what she brings to the table as well. So again, there's just an intentionality that I think they put forward in terms of what they want to provide for their students so that the young people here don't see any different in the quality of education that they receive versus what we hear about in other districts, and I'm talking about wealthier districts in terms of all the things that they have.
Well, what we do keeps you hungry for always being able to look for new venues, new avenues of being able to make things happen. That's Dr. Patterson's gift. That is what she does. She's always out there and looking at what's the next best thing. Everyone that is on her team, how to make it happen is your challenge. How do we make that happen?
Excellent, collaborative, life-changing. Those would be the 3 words that I would use to describe Prairie Hills Elementary School District 144.